Well, good morning, and it is a Wednesday morning. I didn't do a video for the last couple of days because it's been snowing, and I've been a bit stuffed up yet, so that kind of sucks. I feel pretty good today, though. We've got the telehandler in the shop because I haven't been making bags. I've just been plowing snow, so my dad's been fixing all the leaks. As you can imagine, with any type of machine like this, you got lines everywhere, right? You got these rams that tilt the cab. You got these rams that support the attachments up front to keep them level. You got all these hoses back here. You got, there's a fortune of hoses. And being a 2000, I think this is a 2003 machine, hoses are old, they're kinked or whatever, and fittings are loose and broke or whatever. So anyways, they drip. They always drip. So when we get some time, we like to put it in the shop and we can fix it. He actually found a diesel leak too. This fuel line was weeping right through the line, so we got a new one of those put on. I got a new air filter. The air filter that was in it was kind of dirty, and that was the inner air filter that was dirty, so we want to change that. I'm going to get that all put back together. We also got the backhoe in here. Backhoe just lives in here because so many people come for totes just randomly that it pretty much has to always start, and it's nice if it's not all covered in snow because the windshield wiper doesn't work anymore. And that was kind of a garbage failure because inside of here, there's a worm gear that actually just stripped. So I doubt you'd ever get that. You need like a 3D printer guy to print you that gear because the rest all works. So you gotta either throw the whole thing away and find out a new way to set this all up, or just do like me, run the old, leave it in the shop and the old hand wiper once in a while if you get too much snow in there. But anyways, we don't. That's irrelevant. The odd leak here too, but it is what it is. This is about an 81 with actually a ton of original hoses on it, so it's okay if they leak. I'll give them that. One thing I was tuned into on the internet, so one of our local farm pages, there was a thread talking about chicken feed and the fact that it's gone up a lot, and it has. So even here, it basically doubled for a 2,000 pound bag. I think a 2,000 pound bag right now is about $510. And the unfortunate thing, and I've told a lot of people that got it here, is the price went up, and actually the quality kind of went down because it used to be 40% peas. That allowed me to get the protein up to around, I want to say 15 or 16, which still wasn't high enough for what people wanted. But the thing is, in this area, you can't really grow that high protein type stuff. You need a soy or something like that, soy meal. And a lot of people don't want to put that in. So I was talking to my dad about it last night, and we were thinking like, well, what can we do? Because we're always looking, right? Now that we started, to basically become it's kind of weird to say, but like to actually become a feed mill, like we're inspected by the Canadian government. And even just with our small machinery and our small infrastructure, we're pumping out quite a few tons. So we're always looking, what can we do? Can we get the price down? Can we get a better quality product? Can we get a different product? And like I say, unless we get something like a soy or something, it's kind of hard to do. Sunflowers are another option. Canola, to put it in there, is an option. You don't want to really put too much canola in there. So, and the canola that we grind it up so it's busted all to heck, so it's more digestible. Anyways, lots of stuff. But my point to this was, farming sucks and it's hard. So, well, like my dad admits, and he'll be 70 in September, that he's never seen it happen this fast. So basically in the last year and a half, or 2 years, we've seen everything just come full circle. I mean, grain prices skyrocketed, lumber prices skyrocketed. You look at vehicles now. I mean, vehicles are like $80,000 to $100,000 all day long now. Like I've seen just even like Jeep Wranglers and stuff are like $88,000. So definitely hasn't kept in line with the regular inflation to time ratio or whatever, dollar value to time, whatever the inflation formula is. Totally nuts. But like my dad always tells me, and when he talks to people, it's a long game, and you have to stay in it if you're going to be in it. So those who deflect in and out, like, oh, cows aren't worth anything this year, I'm going to sell all my cows and I'm going to get chickens. And then, oh, I'm going to, you can't make no money on eggs, I'm going to sell my chickens, I'm going to get goats. And then, well, that didn't work either, I'm going to sell all my animals and put it into hay and grow hay. And you don't often end up, let's see what this is. That's just water, good deal. You don't often end up ahead. I mean, I'm sure there's a rare case where the guy bounces in and out of, or the girl, whatever, bounces in and out of different sectors of agriculture. They get into one thing and they get out at the right time, and they get into something else just before that starts to pick up, and they win all the time. I find those people, maybe that they're a little full of it and irritating, but I'm sure they exist. Most of us just kind of we just go through, and then it's the law of averages, right? I mean, things are going like this and things are going like this, and if you just stay in it, then you get a little bit of this and you get a little bit of this, and somewhere towards the end of it, you are successful, I guess is what I'm saying. So don't be too beaten down by the massive swings in prices. There's really not a lot can be done on a private level, for instance. Like you'd be very fortunate to just be able to say, go out and talk to your neighbor farmer who would be willing to sell you grain for $4 a bushel. It's just not going to happen, because he's going to be experiencing things, or she, coming up here this spring planting season, that have also never been seen before. $1,000 to $1,100 a ton, we always thought was the high end of nitrogen for anhydrous. This year we're going to be looking around $2,300 a ton, so it's well over doubled. Fuel, guy usually can budget in around $1 a liter. Lots of times with the dyed fuel, it's a few cents less than that even. I think we're going to be looking around $1.30, $1.40, maybe even as high as $1.50. People don't think that sounds like all that much, maybe, if they just, they got a car and they work a 9-to-5er and then they do a little bit on the farm and they got one tractor. But if you are getting 4,000 liters a week delivered to your farm, it all of a sudden starts to matter, right? I mean, our tractors alone, I think, hold 300 gallons, right around 1,300 liters. So to fill them up once is just, it's a lot. Plus you got all the rest of the infrastructure, tractors running on the mills, stuff like that. Anyways, my point is, nobody is actually really winning. The numbers are getting way bigger, but it doesn't stick. And no matter who I talk to, farmers, new farmers to farmers that are basically on their way out, or, in their 70s, they've said it's never stuck. The money never sticks. What you have to get through your head and realize and be happy with is this is mostly done because it's enjoyable. So if you don't like it at all, if you hate it, if you hate feeding chickens, if you hate seeding crops, if you hate checking cows, you may as well get out of it, because it's never going to be as rewarding, unless you're really lucky, unless you're that 1% that hits everything right and you get into the right markets and stuff like that. But most likely it's never going to be financially rewarding enough to offset the amount of work that's involved. You might be better off going and getting partner shares in a shoe store or something in town, because that might be easier than chasing down goats and sheep. But anyways, I'm going to get my air filter housing, stick that back in there. I got a new air filter to throw in there, and then I'll be able to get this thing running, and I can check for more leaks.
Pretty good.
Keep pulling, bud.
You need a little assistance at the top, and then you work down to the bottom.
Well, we got our feed bagged up, and we got, I guess, a bunch more feed made. Dad and Buddy were plowing snow. They got fan trouble in that 4440 cab fan, so it was getting too fogged up in there with the two of them in there breathing, so they had to bring it in the shop. So I got to go on the internet now. I got to look up a fan motor, and I'm going to order up some plug wires for my 430 case. And then, yeah, I guess that's going to be it for today. As always, thanks for watching. I'm going to, we did have a winner from our live stream that Stan and I did on Friday, so I'll throw that in here. So congratulations, Sarah. And yeah, we'll see you all on the next one.